Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome along to FUTV United TV. This is your warm-up to Manchester United's trip to Villa. Can Man United do the unthinkable today? Can we upset the apple cart and do in the informed team in the Premier League? Rúben Amorim's Villa are absolutely marching. We are going to look ahead to the game. We're going to go off what Rúben Amorim said in that press conference and create our own team live here on this warm-up show, everybody. So get in the chats, give me your thoughts. I'll bring up the team on the screen, which I think we are going to start with today. It's a difficult one to judge because obviously this morning we went through all of the Rúben Amorim embargoed press conference reaction. We went through all of that and all of Rúben's comments. And by the way, people reacting in the comment section to this morning's video, having a go at me. Literally, it's like you don't even listen to what I'm saying. Stop having a go at me and just accept that this is what Rúben said, our manager, and we're going off what he said, and we're trying to decide how he's going to do it. He may not start Kobbie Mainoo. So anyone having a go at me about Mainoo coming in and saying I'm flip-flopping or whatever, no. I don't think Mainoo warrants a place in this side ahead of anybody else. But have we got any other options if Rúben's going to change his shape like he's alluded to? And if he does do, then can we really be surprised if he plays one of our only central type of midfielders that we've got left in our squad? No, we can't. We'll settle down. Just accept what it is, where we are today. 4 first-team starters, regulars out of Manchester United's team. Casemiro, Mazraoui, Mbeumo, Ahmad, we're having to change shape to fit into this. If it's 3 central midfielders, then we've only got 3 available to us, realistically, unless you want to play Mason Mount there. Or would you rather have Mason Mount in the front 3 instead of Joshua Zirkzee? That's why we're doing this show right now, because we're going to debate it live. And we're going to come up with our team, what we think Rúben's going to play today. And I think it's going to be something similar to what we've seen back under Erik ten Hag. Honestly do. Different faces, but something close to it. It's 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. It's adaptable either way. And at the end of the day, it's a 4 at the back, which Rúben has talked about playing. And that's the big thing that we're going to be talking about today. Rúben switching to a back 4 gives you a little bit more confidence instantly because you've got players playing in natural positions. And straight away, that helps the back 4 out, gives that midfield in front of it a little bit more confidence because they know they've got the support now. And there's not going to be any room out wide. Well, not as much room out wide because we've got full-backs. And it changes. It gives you something else to get your teeth into as a player, really. And it's sort of, I think, with this team, would give them a little bit more confidence as well. So let's break down the shape and let's look at it and let's look at which way we are actually going to play this. Now, we've not heard anything extra today regarding potential players coming in, any surprises jumping in. There's been no news or nothing coming around social media or speculated at all yet that I've seen anyway. Get me your thoughts in there. If you have seen anything, let me know. Put it into the live chats, everyone. We're just going to create this team and look ahead towards the game. We've already gone through all of the off-the-field news and everything this morning, so fully concentrating on the match now and getting into it. After Rúben said what he said in defending Kobbie Mainoo as I seen it, I didn't expect it. I still think there's something going on behind the scenes with Kobbie Mainoo, and Rúben could be just putting a big front on here. I really do think that that is a possibility as well, but if he's going to change shape, I'm looking at Manchester United playing it completely differently. It might change who you actually put into your prediction, in your predictions in our sweepstake over on Big Up as well. Don't forget that is running alongside the show and the watch along later from 3:30 this afternoon, everybody. So if you haven't already done it, the prediction league is up and running right now. We already have quite a few people in there as well. As you can see on your screen right now, that is the predictions. There our sweepstake and our options for you today. A simple yes or no answer to any of these would give you a chance of being in with winning upwards of, well, the prize pot I think is over 900 quid now, which is mega fantastic. So again, get in there if you want to put yourself a little wager on it. You can play for free and play the game, and a lot of people are just jumping in on the game because it's very minimal to play if you wanted to put a little wager on it, and it's obviously free to play if you want to. But of course, as well as that, we are doing the extra giveaway today as well on this, and I've been wearing it all week so you can see it. One lucky person is going to grab this Manchester United jacket, the latest one from the club this season. You would have seen Rúben on the sidelines with this. But on top of that, we're giving an extra 4 prizes away. Anything like the latest training shirt, which I've got underneath here as well. And that could be yours as well. You get to pick what you want as well. The top first prize out is going to be the jacket because that is worth more. And trust me, It is warm. It is quality gear as well, everybody. You can actually get on OK Jerseys, our other match sponsor. Link in the description. Get your own if you want. But I'm going to be giving 5 items away from that store today in the watch along for anybody in this sweepstakes predictor competition, everybody. So get your picks in now. There's several options there. They're already laid out. So they're already laid out for you. So you just have to pick a yes or no answer for any of these, anybody. You can do as minimum as 2 or as much as 6. If you go 6, and obviously your prize within the sweepstakes is actually going to be bigger. So go with that if you want, or as little as you want. But any sort of prediction or in this game, you're in the draw for the Manchester United top, and obviously in the draw, if you don't get that, for the other 4 items, you could potentially get training kits, retro kits, anything you want, really. So Morgan Rogers to score or assist, Matthews Cunha to score or assist, level at half-time, more than 4 cards in the game. There will be more than 3 goals in the game. Bruno Fernandes to score or assist. They're all my picks that I've gone with today. I don't fancy Benjamin Sesko to score or assist. I would love him to, but I think the odds are better with the other other match events anyway. So get involved in that, please. Now you have got up until kickoff today. So 4:30 to enter this competition. Get in there and you in with the prize draw later on, as well as winning something on the sweeps as well. So that really is up to you. And I just think it just adds a little bit more excitement to the game today as well. That is that. Link in the description, of course, and in the live chat as well, everybody. So grab your chance now while you can of getting in on our leaderboard. We already have quite a few people in now, so it's going to be a big one. We might actually have our biggest one yet, it's the way it's going at the moment. So join in the fun, and hopefully you're going to be one of the winners as well. The draw will be live as well for the winners for the gear. That's coming up later on. Let's get into what I think is going to happen today. Now, brace yourselves. This is the team that I'm not fully confident, but I think that Manchester United under Rúben Amorim today might go with, and I'm going to bring it up now, I think we might go with something like this. This is what I'm thinking might happen today. And then get straight into the live comment section as well, everybody, just to let me know what you think with this team. And I'll bring up some of the comments as well. Please do get in and give me what you think of this team. Now, of course, I've put Kobbie Mainoo in there just off what Rúben said. Would I play Kobbie Mainoo in this side right now? No, I wouldn't. I'm going to be completely honest with that. A lot of people thought I'd changed my mind this morning. I made it very clear that I don't think he should be ahead of anybody else in this side right now. I think he has got that entitlement factor about him. And I've not changed my mind from the stories that have happened throughout the week. The only thing I said this morning was Rúben Amorim hinting that Kobbie Mainoo hasn't done anything wrong. And I'm trying to think how the manager might play this out. And I've put him in there simply because he was talking about moving to a back 4, or alluding to moving to a back 4. Not necessarily going, bang, we're playing back 4. But he said, if we feel like we want to play a back 4, it's the right shape to go with and formation to go with for this particular game, then we'll go with that formation and we'll go with 4 at the back. Of course, the one mainstay and obvious pick in the side is Senna Lammens. Now, I have been to-ing and fro-ing with which centre-back partnership to go with as well. So please do give me your comments in the live comment section, please, everybody. I'm going to bring them up on screen if they are bang on point as well. So do that, please, everybody, now. And let me know what you think of this lineup, first of all. Because I think Dalot is the natural right-back. Now, you could obviously put Dorgu there if you wanted, but I think he's going to go for experience today, with it being Villa and the best team in the league at the moment on the form table. I think you'll go with Dalot and Shaw. Shaw's a given for left-back, isn't it? I don't even think we need to discuss them two. The combination at centre-back, I just mentioned a moment ago, could be any of, really. We've got 3 to choose from. 4 if you want to put Tyler Fredrickson in the equation, but I doubt that's even in Rúben Amorim's mindset or thoughts right now. Tyler is there just to cover off at centre-back in an emergency, I feel. I think he's going to go Heaven again because he has been praising him, and I think he likes his composure on the ball. I do think that that's good, and he's very good in the air. Out of all the headers we've got at centre-back available to us right now, Heaven is the best. So I think he starts. That's my logic into thinking how this actually works and how Rúben's thinking with this. Andrew is in there already with his thoughts. Yes, definitely. Mainu and Agate, he will play, and I agree with you, Adam. I would have Kobe on the bench. Yes, must play Heaven and Martinez with his experience. Interesting. Interesting as well. DJ Dark Knight says, if Kobe starts, watch him ironically go and score a hat-trick. Hopefully. We will see. We will see on that one. Joseph also says, Adam, but with the players we have at the moment, that's the best we could hope for in terms of my formation. Cheers for that, everybody. Keep your thoughts coming in. Now, look, he could obviously go with Leacher, Yoro and Heaven as your back three. He could play Dalot as one wing back and Shaw as the other. He's actually mentioned that he doesn't want to play Shaw at wing back though, so that's out the equation. And I don't see him dropping Luke Shaw. He could play Luke Shaw as one of the three centre backs as well and leave Leacher out. So that's an opportunity for him. But I'm going to stick with my four at the back. The Kobe Mainu and Manuel Agate in the middle. Now, that alone is just because they're the two available. I would then be able to play Bruno Fernandes in front of them as a proper 8/10 type of player where he should always be. Mason Mount and Matheus Cunha are not out-and-out wingers. We know that the 4-3-3 can be very narrow and the players can work out wide. Mason Mount does do this role well. Matheus Cunha has played out wide plenty of times and cuts inside, and they could be the delivery and the promise there for a Benjamin Sesko, who's going to be up against Victor Lindelof at centre-back today because there's no Mings and there's no Pau Torres available for Aston Villa. So I'm guessing it's going to be Lindelof again in the starting lineup for Villa. We'll see. We'll see how he plays it. But that's an opportunity for United there, I think, because Sesko should be able to bully Victor Lindelof in the air at least. And with Cunha and Mount feeding them crosses, Bruno with the balls and the creativity in the 10 role, I think that little 4 combination works for Man United. And considering we have lost so-called 4 of our better players, the lineup doesn't look like it's the worst lineup in the world. All of these players have got a shout, really, to start games. There's only Mainu and Agate, really, that you could argue that could argue don't really belong in that side right now. And that's an argument because of things that Rúben has shown us already this season and not trusting Agate. Still don't think that Kobe Mainu is good enough to play in a midfield 2, but now he's in a 3. Does that push him in? That's the big question, I think, in this, really, because I think if he does go 3-4-3, Kobe Mainu sits his ass on the bench. But for instance, let's just play around with this while we're at it, and let's just look at what it could potentially be if Rúben tries to go with the 3-4-3. Let's just put this in and have a play around quickly with it. Bear with me 1 second, just for instance. Right, so if we went, just going to put this in here now and change this around. So just so you can see it on the screen, that there, I think, changes pretty much everything. I'm going to move a couple of players around because this is how I think Rúben Amorim would play it. I don't think we're going to see Kobe Mainu in the side. I'm swapping players around here, so do please just bear with me a moment on this one. So Mason Mount, Matheus Cunha, Benjamin Sesko. Obviously, Benjamin Sesko is going to be in the middle. Matheus Cunha, Mason Mount either side of him. Bruno will play alongside Manuel Agate. And I'm guessing in this instance, the only other way you could play this is by playing Dalot at left wing back. And then Luke Shaw obviously comes in alongside him. You could perhaps have Heaven and Lisandro Martinez. So that's my sort of reckoning there. Then I would bring out Kobe Mainu. You're probably going to be playing Patrick Dorgu at best. That's the only other option I can see. So if we're looking at a 3-4-3 and Rúben wanted to be stubborn, then that's his formation I see today. But I don't like Dalot. I don't like Dorgu as our attacking wing-back options. I don't think Agate can run that midfield on his own next to Bruno Fernandes. So, honestly, I go back to the original lineup that I had, and I think that that's the only way that Manchester United can move forward. I do think that it has to be a 4-3-3, a 4-2-3-1, whichever way you want to work it. It could be a 4-2-1-3 with Bruno just sitting behind the 3 higher players, getting closer to Benjamin Sesko. And that really does work out as a 4-3-3 then, doesn't it? But that there is how I think the 3-4-3 would work out, which looks horrible compared to the previous formation, doesn't it? And what we were talking about. I just don't see Rúben being able to play this. I don't think he's got enough confidence in the players. In the players that he's got. I really don't. I mean, 4-2-3-1. Honestly, that's a 4-2-1-3 like I just mentioned there. See, that there makes complete sense because you've got, for me, I think here, I'm just going to bring it up on the screen again now. Bear with me 1 second. And then this just looks 20 times more comfortable than the other formation. I just don't see how Rúben would be crazy to not play something like this, I don't think. So you could go with the 4-2-1-3, the 4-2-3-1, whichever way you look at it. Bruno's going to be central as the 8/10, and you're going to have two players in behind him. Because will have a bit of freedom to get up and down, but he's always going to have that cover from Manuel Ugarte as well. And you could always invert one of the fullbacks to come in like they would do naturally off that three at the back formation that they've already learned. Rúben talks about systems. He talks about the way it works, how it changes in terms of formation constantly throughout games. I just think there's a lot of natural fit in this system and these players than there would be with any form of a 3-4-3 today. It would make zero sense whatsoever for Rúben to be playing around with the 3-4-3. It wouldn't. It wouldn't work for us. I just don't see in a million years how he would think this either. And I would be absolutely, I wouldn't be amazed, I wouldn't be shocked if Rúben played a 3-4-3, but this just looks natural to me. It does. It does look completely natural. And here's one more thing that I think might happen if he wanted to be a bit niggly and not play Kobbie Mainoo. I think he could easily change this up. And I'm just going to show you this one now. This was my other option, which we could have gone with, which I think would be a bit of a surprise. But I just see this being potentially something that he might think of as well. And this would tell us a lot about Kobbie Mainoo as well. This would be the 4-3-3 without Kobbie, in my opinion anyway. Let me know what you think of that, everybody. That there, I don't think would work as well because I think Mason Mount would operate better further forward. But then again, Mason Mount's got as much energy and quality on the ball, I think, as Kobbie Mainoo in the midfield. Look, Kobbie Mainoo can do things that Mason Mount can't do. I get that skill-wise, but with the energetic and cut and thrust of what Villa are going to bring today, energy is going to be key, and Mason Mount might play a part in this see-off. That is Bruno Fernandes's best position as well when he plays for Portugal. I would normally have Casemiro in there ahead of Manuel Ugarte, of course, but Casemiro being suspended kind of kills that conversation. That there has got plenty of energy in the midfield. And then we've got targets and skill and quality up front, you could say. That there doesn't look as strong as the previous formation to me, I don't think. And that's why I think he's going to be forced into playing Kobbie Mainoo today. But it just makes perfect sense for Man United, for Rúben Amorim to just say to it, I think it helps him if he goes, you know what, there's Kobbie's chance. If it doesn't work, I've tried him and you were all wrong. But then again, does he want to throw 3 points away? He keeps on pushing his side of the argument, which is I'll pick the best players, which I think are going to win Manchester United the game. It's as simple as that with Rúben Amorim. It is. Let's get a few comments in. Aaron says, I'm predicting Sesko brace today and Bruno pen 3-2 win. I'll take any win. I'll take a draw today. James, who's going to be with me later on, says he's not voting on the poll. He's just going to keep himself to himself until he gets in the studio. Then I'll get it out of him. That's what's going to happen. Gregory says, another exciting game today with plenty of scoring. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Greg also says, I don't rate Xerxes, not in this game. I honestly don't see a goal for him against Villa. They're too good for him, sadly. I think a lot would definitely agree with you on that one, mate. Let's see what else we've got in here. Any more thoughts from anyone regarding these teams? Daz says, I would just put differences aside for these games and play Kobe. Question with Kobe is, are you going to get a full Kobe Mainu in this team? Like, are you going to get a maximum Kobe Mainu? Or is it going to be I'm still sulking a bit, I'm just being played here because there's no one else available and I don't like it, Kobe Mainu? I hope it's not the latter. I really do. But you just don't know. And we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. It could be anything right now. They might have made up and this will all be great and we get a great performance today. And it could be just the same as what we thought. It's another Garnacho and Rashford. And Kobe has well and truly spat his dummy out. So we don't know. Until they go out on that pitch and perform, we're not going to be able to judge it until final whistle is blown. And then we can analyse player attitude, performance, body language and all of that later. Andy says, I would like a professional footballers. I would like as professional footballers that they head the ball to their own players, not the opposition, just for a change, for F's sake. Very, very specific there. Very specific. Ollie says, I would play Mount, Mainu and Agate in a triangle with Agate at the base, push Bruno into 10 with Cunha. You could do that. You could push Bruno forward. I think he likes Bruno a bit deeper than what Mount is, though. And that's Ruben's way. I get what you're saying, though, Ollie. I do. I understand that. And I think there is probably a case for it. There is a chance that you could see something like that. But I think even within the game, you might see that already changing up and happening anyway, because it does shift around, doesn't it, Ruben's system? It's not always a 3 at the back. It's a 4, it's a 5. It then moves into a 4-2-4 at times as well, like it was against Bournemouth at stages in that game on Monday night. So I think you might see that anyway, to be honest, mate. So let's just see which way he goes with the player lineup. And I think we'll be able to determine which player has got what role instantly as soon as it kicks off, I feel anyway. Wayne says, hi, Adam. Maybe I'm a delusional United fan, but I think we can win. Lose and draw today, and tells you in a nutshell how we perform a game-to-game basis, and that's and don't think Villa beat us since Stevie G time. Can they beat us at Villa Park? I can't remember which game it was, but we have had a decent record at Villa Park. No, I think it was Emery's first game in charge, and they beat us 3-1. Luke Shaw scored in the game. Ronaldo was captain, and it all went wrong for Ten Hag. I think it was Emery's first game, actually. Sure it was. They were rock bottom, relegation battle, and Emery came in and blew us away. Absolutely blew us away. Conceding from free kicks, stupid decisions. We were lucky to be in the game, really. It was a really bad performance from Man United. I was actually at the game. I was at Villa Park for it. And yeah, I remember it well. Remember it very, very well. It was a horrid performance from Man United. And you go and take care of yourself, mate. Hopefully you'll be back just watching around later. Thanks for that, bud. It's good that we have a few options to try, though. There's a few different ways it could work, and the players still feel roughly right. Yeah, it does look like there is a way around it for Manchester United today. I do think that United are going to be comfortable enough. It's just if the players have got more quality than the ones that they're replacing that are missing for us, that's all. And in Mason Mount's case, there's an argument. You could say that he's playing better than Bryan Mbeumo the last couple of games anyway, and he would come in naturally. Ahmad, I think, is irreplaceable as a wing-back, so we can't replace him at wing-back, I don't think. And I think that's why we are going to be changing the shape and going forward with a completely different formation this afternoon. So that's where I feel United are going to, I think, probably hold their own. Look, there are weaknesses in Villa's side. There are weaknesses there, but I don't think they'll be overly concerned about their lineup compared to what Man United fans are with theirs. I don't. I think Villa are feeling comfortable at the moment. They probably feel like they can take anyone on right now. And I can't really blame them. I feel the confidence levels confidence levels at Villa are warranted. They are a very good team, and they deserve to be third in the league table. I think everyone going into this game, and all Man United fans have been saying the same thing. It's like, we've got a good record at Villa. There's always that record at Villa. We like Villa Park. We love Villa Park. It is a great away day, by the way. But Villa are purring, and it's going to take an absolutely immense performance from Man United today and Villa to be off it a bit. But you just don't know. You don't know in football. United have done this before. United have gone out and beaten teams before. We can compete with anyone in this league. We've already shown that. We've already run the likes of Arsenal close, City for a while, until we capitulated, of course. But we've beaten Liverpool, we've beaten Chelsea. We've beaten the other teams in and around us, like Sunderland, Brighton, teams like this, Crystal Palace even. Look, so United are more than capable of getting something from this game. It's going to be all up here with United today. It's all in our heads, and if we feel like we can win it. If they go in there and feel like they can win this game, then they've got a great chance against Villa, because I don't rate the back line. I don't rate the centre-back partnership that they've got. And if Emi Martinez, who's a 50-50, isn't available, then United have got a fantastic chance. They have. And that, I think, is what we need to be looking at, because that's the latest. We'll see how many of Aston Villa's injured players are going to be out. So we know Pau Torres is definitely out. Ross Barkley's definitely out. It's Hosland, isn't it? I can't remember how he says now, his name. The big guy in midfield, he's out as well. I mean, Martinez is a doubt. Obviously, as well, the Harvey Elliott situation. I don't know what's going on with that there, but he's a doubt also for the game. So let's just see what Villa team line up as well. I think their team will be interesting in terms of who's actually in form that's going to be available. I actually think that the big guns that Villa have got are more than enough to take United apart straight away. I'm thinking the midfield, like your Tillemans, Kamara and Rodgers. Then you've got, obviously, the likes of McGinn, when Dia's in form. Also, Watkins is finding his feet again. Obviously, there is plenty there. Matty Cash is having a good season as well. And it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough old slog for Man United today. But we can definitely compete. And players in their more natural, comfortable position, like we've shown there on the formation, I think can actually put up a decent fight there. Like the front three, I mean, that's not what I think is going to happen in terms of the formation. I'm just putting up a formation there, 4-3-3, which I thought was an option in this system if he didn't want to play Kobbie Mainoo. I actually do think that he will play Kobbie Mainoo. I do think that Mainoo is going to start, going off what Rúben said in that press conference. And I do think that it is going to be, I think it's going to be something like this. I'll bring it up again. This is what I feel Manchester United will line up like. And that is my prediction. That's what I think United will be setting up like anyway. And that's just me going off what Rúben said. And that is natural fit positions for everybody, apart from Kobbie Mainoo, really, because I think he should be further forward as well. But if he is going to play in the midfield, he's going to need to play with two others around him. Bruno and Agate are going to have absolute stormers, I think, in this one today. But yes, that's how I see it going down. And that's how I think Manchester United are going to line up as well in the game today. That's my prediction anyway. And obviously, you can mix it up however you want. And today, Rúben is not... Well, I'd say he's under the spotlight for what he does. But it could go a couple of different ways. If he picks Mainoo, then I think people will say he's been forced into playing him. But realistically, there's no one else because Casemiro's out. If he doesn't play him, then he really doesn't like him and it's game over for Kobbie and Rúben. Whether we have got our opinions about it or not, we've got to look at what Rúben's doing and look at the precedent that's been set before with Rashford, with Garnacho. I think that's how we would judge the situation with Kobbie. But it only happens, and there's only a story if Kobbie doesn't start today. And I feel from what he said, he's going to play him. Just my prediction and what I think is going to happen there anyway. Imagine we lose and he doesn't start Mainu. It will be a pile on Rúben. He's not that stupid, surely. I said this yesterday, Carl. As if he doesn't play Kobbie Mainu, he sticks to the 3-4-3, and we end up losing that game, then he is going to have to accept what's coming his way, which is an absolute pile-on. You're right, mate. 100%. Man United, if they play Kobbie Mainu, Rúben kind of gets away with it. We changed his shape, he's put Kobbie in, and if he loses that with that in play, then he's got to get out there, hasn't he? Instantly, he's got to get out. So, yeah, let's just... It's hard to say how this is going to go. It really is. I think United are more than competitive with the team that I've got up on the screen there. But it depends which mentality Manchester United go into this game with. That's the difference. I'll be able to tell you more about 15 minutes, 20 minutes into the game where it's going. And I think then we'll be able to put proper judgment on what's actually happening. Yeah. Right, well, just quickly, again, the link in the live chats, everybody, is there. So the link for the prediction game is in the live chat right now. So what I'm going to do next is jump across over to Big Up, actually. And we're going to have a bit of a fan call-in to give you your say. And obviously, we'll go through all of the prediction league and everything like that to do a bit more detail on the prize draw also. So I'm just going to drop the link to come over. If you want to have your say, have a call-in with me before we head into the game later on. I'm just going to do a quick 20-minute show over on Big Up, getting everyone's thoughts over there as well. So please do jump across. That's the link that's there now in the live chats. In terms of the poll, Man United will win today. 53% of you. That's a confident Man United fan base, considering we're up against a team that's won the last 6 at home and won 8 of the last 9 in the league in general. In total, sorry. I'm taking that confidence. I am taking that confidence. Let's do this. Right. Okay. That is it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this part 1 of this live show and warm-up to the game today. We're going to move across to Big Up now. So press that link in the live chat if you want to come on and have your say ahead of the game. We'll have a bit of a chinwag and a chat there. And then we'll move across later on, obviously, to the watch-along. 3:30 we kick off here on FUTV United TV. And we will be dual streaming it with the prediction league as well. So get your bets in, everybody. Get your picks in and let's go. Cheers, everybody. I'll see you over on Big Up in a second.